Well, we got a T56 coming in here. I actually did some work to this for Rowans Rides. Guy does some really cool stuff with trucks. I'll leave his info below. Check his stuff out, really cool. But he brought me this transmission, I don't know, 5-6 months ago. And he said he put it in reverse. And long story short, the snap ring on the reverse rail that holds the fork on came off. And he was pretty much stuck in reverse, couldn't get out of reverse. So that was an easy fix, just a snap ring. Sent it back to him. He was happy with it. He's like, I've been banging gears in this all day, everything's good. But a couple days ago he contacted me. He said, hey, I put this in a customer's car and they broke it, and I'll show you what happened here. That'll do it. You can almost see inside there. Now what we're looking at right here is you got your counter shaft, this guy right here. So on the other side of that case is this bearing, and it's right there. So I think somebody sent it a little too hard, a little too much torque. But I'm getting ready to set this up, tear it down, and see if we can fix it. It's gonna be hard. I gotta shuffle some things around, and I can't lift up one of these by myself. So I either get Pam to help me or my neighbor. And I don't think he's here. Pam's at work, so might be a little bit before I can get this thing set up. Try to show you guys a better angle here. And we got that plate off. I mean, this whole thing is blown out. I don't even know if it would be worth welding this back to. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. CR bearing. Yeah, that'll do it. Just gotta let that drain. I don't know if you guys just saw that, but I'm right-handed, and I just did that left-handed. Pretty freaking good. Now, whoever rebuilt this transmission before, just want to say, brother, good job on the stainless bolts. Love seeing that. Only thing that sucks is I'm gonna have to get a wrench on these because I can't get my socket on it, but stainless all day long. I probably say this every transmission video I do, but there are pry points on these transmissions to put a pry bar or a screwdriver so you don't screw up the mating surfaces. So look for these. There's usually 2, so don't screw up your transmission and have leaks later. Now, I use the right stuff, Gasket Maker. That stuff is great for sealing, but getting it apart can be a pain. So let's see how much fun this is gonna be. That doesn't feel too good. I'm gonna give it a couple whacks with the mallet. There it is. There she goes. Well, if I had to take a guess, that looks like some counter shaft to me. See if we can see in there. I don't know, the counter shaft looks to be in one piece. Let me see. I'm kind of cheating here. If you guys see me struggling with these snap rings, because they're on backwards. I don't know if you can see this taper, how starting at the top, it's going inward toward the bottom. The snap ring should go on this way, because when you put your pliers in there and you put tension on it, it has that point where you can grab it. When it's sitting like this and you put your pliers in there, your pliers are just gonna follow that taper outwards and spring out, and you're gonna lose the snap ring. So when you put snap rings on, make sure the taper is going upward. And first one that's on correctly, that's what it should look like. Maybe you can get a better look when I put my pliers in there, and I can get a nice grip on it as I bring it up. And this one is on upside down. See what I'm talking about here? Now watch me struggle trying to get this off. Well, I got a little experience with taking them off backwards, but earlier they were struggling because they're a little bit smaller. That wasn't even tight. Usually these things need a little heat and they pop and bang when you break them loose. That thing didn't even care. It was like, yep, I'm done. I'm done. Let's check this one. Yep. I think this whole thing's given up, man. Who knows how many times it's been opened. It's been painted. She's tired, man. Yep, that'll do it. clear some of these teeth out of here. Let's see some more of the damage. And I don't know if we can save this guy. Pretty bad. A nice chunk right there, but this race is stuck in there. A bunch of material right there that made contact, and then a nice big crack all the way to who knows where. And this race is all jammed up in there, all sideways. So I can definitely say that's going in the trash. All right, so it's looking like another one's biting the dust. I cannot find an input shaft. This is kind of an oddball T56. Only made this one a few years because it's out of a GTO. And this is a 297 ratio, 29 tooth input shaft. It's about a 10 1/4 long, and they are unavailable at this time. So everything else is pretty much available. I just cannot find an input. So this one's going in a box until a later date. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but nothing I can do here. There's no parts available. Well, this is the end for now. Hopefully one of these days that input shaft comes up, whether it's a used one, although I don't like mixing and matching gears, or if we could find a complete used gear set out of the GTO or a nice core, then I can make this happen. But I know a lot of people like swapping these old LT1s to LS, but when you're making, you know, over 500, 600 horsepower, it's probably in your best interest to get a Magnum and call it a day. Although a T56 Magnum will break the bank, you kind of got to weigh your options for your particular build and what you plan on doing with the car. It's really a bummer that Tremec doesn't make parts for their older transmissions. There's definitely a demand and a need for them because not everybody has, you know, $5, $6, $7, $8,000 to drop on a T56 Magnum swap. Tremec just seems to be on a path moving forward, and they're not looking back on their older stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe. Also, if you need a rebuild, I'll leave my information below. Contact me. I'd love to help you out.